Hello my friends, it's Danny, and today I'm showing you how to make an easy baked frittata recipe with asparagus and cheese. Now specifically, I'm using a combination of sweet and nutty Swiss cheese paired with a bright, salty, tangy feta cheese, which is delicious. Now frittatas are a healthy, tasty, super versatile recipe. You can enjoy them for breakfast, brunch, lunch, or even as a light dinner. And while I'm making mine with asparagus and cheese, you really could use any type of vegetable or meat or cheese that you love or prefer. So as always, take this recipe, use it as a blueprint, and then tweak it to make it your own. So to get started, I have my oven preheating at 350 degrees Fahrenheit, and here I have 1 pound of asparagus. Now you can see that my asparagus spears are on the thin to medium size, but really any type of asparagus will work. Whether they're super skinny or medium or very thick, they will all work well in this recipe. The only thing that we have to do to prep them is the first thing is we want to remove these tough woodsy ends at the bottom. So you have two choices. You can do this one by one, simply by picking up your asparagus spear, gently pushing your two thumbs towards the asparagus, and it will naturally break where that tough woodsy end meets the tender stalk. Now, alternatively, if you wanted to move a little quicker, you could take small bunches of the asparagus, line them up, and then just chop those ends off. And then once you have all of those woodsy ends separated from those sweet, tender stalks, you just want to cut the asparagus into about 1 to 1.5 inch pieces like I'm doing here. Now, personally, I love to give them a quick steam before I add them to the frittata. So I have my steamer basket going here at the stove. I'm just going to transfer the asparagus pieces into that steamer basket, pop on the lid, and let them go for about 3 to 4 minutes. I just want to get that raw edge off of them, and I want them to remain a beautiful, bright, vibrant green. Once they're ready to roll, I just remove them, place them into a bowl, and set them aside until we are ready to use them. Now, the only other vegetable that I need to prepare for this frittata is half of a diced onion. So remember, the easiest way to do this is to start by trimming off the stem side of the onion. You want to leave the root intact because that's what holds the onion together. So you're just going to trim that stem side off, lay it flat side down, cut it in half. Then you're going to pull off this papery outer layer. It just comes up pretty easily. And then lay it flat side down. Create some horizontal slices and then some vertical slices, and then I just bring my knife up over the top and slice straight down. This is 100% the easiest and most efficient way to dice or chop an onion. Okay, so now for the base of the frittata, we're gonna need some eggs. I'm gonna start with 6 whole eggs. Just gonna crack them and get them into a nice big bowl. And if and when possible, I do recommend looking for pasture-raised eggs. They have these bright, beautiful, vibrant yolks, and they tend to be the most nutritious egg that you can get your hands on. But if that's not an option, any type of egg will do the job. Then to my eggs, I add in a half a cup of pre-separated egg whites. I am a big fan of egg whites. At 47 years old, I am always looking for ways to boost the protein content in my diet, and egg whites is just a really easy way to do that. If you don't want to buy the egg whites pre-separated, you could sub in 4 whole egg whites for this half a cup. And if you don't want to do the egg whites at all, then instead of using 6 whole eggs, you're simply going to use 8 whole eggs. Then finally, I'm going to add in a 1/4 cup of milk. You could do any type of milk you like. I'm doing a 2% organic milk here. And then I'm going to gently whisk this all together. You just want to whisk until those egg yolks are broken down and the whites and the milk and the yolks are all well incorporated. Now here at the stove, I have a 10-inch cast iron skillet that I'm going to heat over a medium heat. I'm a big fan of using cast iron skillets. They are very affordable, they're very versatile, and they will last you a lifetime if you take good care of them. But really, you could use any type of skillet that is oven safe for this recipe. Once my pan is heating up, I'm going to add a tablespoon of butter, let that melt down, and then in goes my onion. I'll just toss that around, let it cook for 2 or 3 minutes. You're just looking for the onions to become translucent and to soften a bit. And then I'm going to add that steamed asparagus into the pan with the onions, season that with some sea salt and some black pepper, and then just toss the onions and the asparagus together. Beautiful. I'm going to turn off my heat. I'm going to grab that egg mixture, give it one last whisk in case anything settled while it was resting, and then gently pour that into the cast iron skillet. Beautiful. Now you can make an effort here to move the vegetables around a bit, bring those asparagus up to the top. I didn't do a great job doing that, but you can certainly do that. And then the final step is to add the cheese. So I'm going to start with 2 ounces of shredded Swiss cheese, and I just sprinkle that over the top and just even push it into the frittata a little bit. And then 2 ounces of crumbled feta right over the top. So good. Now keep in mind, when I'm buying cheese, I do my best to avoid buying it pre-shredded or pre-crumbled. You can certainly do this in a pinch, but when your cheese is pre-shredded or pre-crumbled, they tend to use ingredients like anti-caking agents to help the cheese from sticking together, and it does change the flavor and the texture of the cheese. So I like to buy the Swiss cheese in a block and shred it myself, and then buy the feta in a block and crumble it myself. This way I know I am getting the best flavor and the best texture. From here, I'm just gonna pop my frittata into that 350-degree oven, let it cook for about 25 minutes, give or take. What you're looking for is for that frittata to set up over the top. It'll be nice, it'll have a little spring to it, and it will be golden brown around the edges. Let it cool down to room temperature, and then you can slice and enjoy. This frittata is bright, it's fresh, it's easy, and it is absolutely delicious. I just love the combination of the asparagus with that nutty Swiss cheese and then that bright tangy flavor of the feta. I am super excited for you guys to try this one. And when you do, snap a picture and tag me on Instagram and on Facebook so I can see all of the clean and deliciousness you're whipping up in your very own kitchens. Thank you all so much for watching. I'm Dani Spies, and I'll see you back here next time with some more clean and deliciousness. Cheers!